Hi, hello, and welcome to another last edition of Executives Corner in December. So it's almost end of the year, and I believe it's a perfect topic to talk about what it really means to be a leader today. If you stay with me, then most probably you are not only interested but as well curious, what do I have to add on this topic? Besides coaching, I really and truly believe that there are three other key competences, key focuses of a leader to make it not only as a effective but as well engaging style of your management and your leadership. So if you would love to learn what are the four factors of a successful leadership today and how was it impacted by COVID, but as well by a very, very dynamic economic situation in 2022, then do stay with me. My name is Simona Spilak, and most probably you know that I work with executives and top managers, and I coach them in the area of leadership and their career development, but as well how to effectively lead and manage their teams. And if you would love to, then you can book your free of charge complimentary coaching call with me just to find out what it is to really work with me and how is it to have a coaching session with me. So to kind of get a flavor of it, you are invited to book your free of charge call, and you will find the link in this post above this video. And now back to the topic. So today I'd love to share with you what I truly trust, believe, and what I learned during the 2022, what it really means to be a leader today. There are a few competences in which I fully trust that if you are missing them, or if you didn't work on them, or if you just simply don't feel like it is close to you and you never invested a minute of your time to develop a certain competency or a skill, that most probably you can't cope with the leadership challenges today. And number one thing, I believe that it really fits the leadership of today to be able to make a tough decision. It's not only about being courageable enough and having courage to do so. It is as well related to the fact that the work environment simply changed. And I remember that at the times as we started the COVID situation and we started all to work from home, that we had quite a bit of challenge, or quite a huge challenge in my team as well. Because if you are aware of the fact that I manage an executive search and leadership development and coaching agency as a brick and mortar business, and I also work as an executive coach internationally, then managing a team, it kind of presented a challenge to me as well. But the biggest challenge to us was that we simply felt that with the remote work, we can't be as creative, as innovative, as fast as we were in everyday work as we were all in the office. So we simply all believed that a remote work meant that our creativity, our innovation were really lowered. And we simply said, you know what, if we want to come up with that great development programs, if we want to create effective trainings for our customers and our clients, then we need to be together, because it creates so much more ideas. We are able to discuss pro and cons, and we are able to recommend improvements for different programs. And we felt that it can't simply done as effectively on remote as it can be done in person. And I believe that that's a challenge of a lot of leaders out there as well. Because if you were used to lead in person, and if you're used to have feedback sessions, and if you're used to have one-on-ones with your teams live, then simply remote felt kind of distant. So one of the coaching, but as well leadership competences, I believe is it must be there, is to make the tough decision that you will also change as a leader. You simply need to adjust to a new situation. And making a decision to change your leadership style, to adapt your leadership style to the situation and to the needs of your team, it's so important. And sometimes it's also crucial that missing that social touch and in-person conversation, which was such a big chunk of your leadership, and it took time as a leader as well, it simply doesn't exist anymore. You need to find a new way how to be close to your employees and to your colleagues. And how to do that? The best and the simplest way is either to organize just an informal meetings with your teams, or just to have a one monthly meeting which is completely out of the scope of professional topics or your company challenges. And then the other, of course, is to simply organize like one day office day where everybody will meet together. But on top of that, I also trust that you need as a leader to identify and to find the options how you can proactively, but as well consciously and attentively commit your time to your employees online. Make it engaging. Find a way how you can have that feeling of being present as a leader also remotely. And it doesn't always come to you personally as a leader. It comes down to your employees as well. How do they engage? Create opportunities for them. Provide them either a training or communication or a coaching so they are equipped with needed skills and competences to be able to be in regular contact, but as well to have a sense of belonging and sense of connection. And that leads me to the second point, which I truly trust, that being a leader today, you need to be a coach as well. It doesn't mean that you are leading your meetings as a coaching session, but to really be trained and to equip yourself with needed coaching skills like open-ended questions, being able to use silence, being prepared to dedicate your time just to listen. Those three things are already so powerful. So ask open-ended questions, listen, and use silence as approach to your leadership, because that's the best way how you can also remotely not only show that you are present there and that you are attentive, but that you as well appreciate your team members and your colleagues. And if on top of that, you add the skill of sharing in the sense of sharing feedback, giving feedback to others, but as well being able to ask for feedback and of course accept feedback, then you will connect your making decision skill with coaching competences and share them among your team as well. You will proactively teach and utilize really, really important competences, not only as a leader, but as well competences and skills which are relevant for your team connection, team sense of belonging, and of course, team engagement. So use coaching skills and competences simply as listening, being able to be silent as others are talking and just grasp what they would love to share, and ask open-ended questions to provoke situations where feedback is shared, where people do ask for feedback, where people are able to proactively accept feedback. And if you support that with making sometimes tough decision, also to not feel distant from your one-on-one social feedback sessions, but to learn how to transfer that online and remote, this will kind of create a very effective but as well productive environment. And fourth, and not the less important skill of a leader today, is really to be able to connect. Make great relationships, build those strong relationships, not only with your colleagues, but with everybody in your company. So connect in the sense of not only increasing your network, increasing the numbers of contacts you make, but really invest into valuable and really rich relationships. And I mentioned that several times already. The real connection doesn't come from event or of your action of just paying attention. It comes from the fact to really appreciate somebody who is talking, appreciate somebody's time, or just leave your employees and leave the time and give them the opportunity to talk. It might not necessarily be connected to the specific professional challenge you have, company challenge or industry challenge. Sometimes it might be something very personal, but very relevant and important to your colleague. And showing that appreciation, consciously taking time to listen, this will create a great opportunity for you to connect even remotely with your colleagues and employees. So if you would love to follow the leadership of trends, then of course, join us for another topic of Executives Corner next year. You can as well read an article on my website under the page of articles, or just reach out to me to discuss your specific leadership or career challenge. But in general, I truly trust that leaders of today need to know how to make decisions, even the tough ones, even the ones which might bring them out of the comfort zone of their current or existing leadership style. As a leader of today, you need to know how to share, how to give feedback, ask feedback, but as well being able to accept feedback from your team members and colleagues. Above all, I needed leaders of today need to be equipped with coaching skills, which you use on every single day, every daily basis. Simple coaching skills like listening skills, being able to be silent and asking open-ended questions, great questions which provoke creativity, innovation, and which give space to others. Because sharing appreciation is a key success of an effective but as well strong leadership. And above everything, leaders of today know how to connect, how to build and create really great relationships, but as well how to create a feeling of belonging, feeling of engagement in your not only teams, but as well the whole organization, and then the connection with the industry and connection with your community. And above all, that's the way how you can add impact, how you can make impact, and how you can connect everything what you do as a leader today with a long-term purpose. Thank you so much for being here with me. I hope that resonates with you. And if you would love to learn more, you know where to find me. And above all and before I end my today's Executive Corner, I wish you a very, very lovely day before the Christmas time. Spend it with your loved ones. Spend it in the circle of people who you really cherish and whom you really care, and with those who might be missing you during the year, because I do know that as an executive, as a top manager, you might be missing some of the big events in your family during the year. So that's the time really to appreciate them, to be attentive and to spend time with them. And above all, I wish you a wonderful ending of this year and the happiest and the fruitful and as well successful 2023. Take care and I'll see you soon. Bye bye. Ciao.